Hello and welcome. Microsoft for the past several years has been producing a lot of powerful products and services that we use a lot. Now Microsoft Teams is one of the most powerful ones for collaboration, bringing all your colleagues all in one place. And guess what? Getting all the contents that is most important to you. My name is Joseph Morco of Bicol Regional Science High School, and I'll be unlocking you through Microsoft Teams in a classroom setting. Microsoft Teams is Microsoft's new collaboration environment. Microsoft Teams has the three C's: the colleagues, the content, and conversations, all in one interface. Microsoft Teams is Microsoft's most powerful tools in terms of communication, collaboration. Collaboration will be more seamless than ever before. We'll be using Microsoft Teams effectively to change the way we do our classes today. But how can we do that? Paano natin gagawin ito? Today, I'll be walking you through in how to create a class team using Microsoft Teams. And inside these teams, we'll be adding or we'll be managing a channel for the newly created team. So in Microsoft Teams, teams are groups of people brought together for work, for projects, or for common interest. Each channel is built around a topic like a team events, a department name, or anything just for fun. It could be a topic, a subject, or a discipline. Channels are where you hold meetings, have conversations, and work on files together. In Microsoft, we will be sharing, or in Microsoft Teams rather, we will be sharing presentations with your students. And of course, one of the most important is collaborating with them, collaborating with the students using a private or a public chat room. If using a Facebook or a Messenger or a Twitter, you can collaborate by way of these applications. In Microsoft Teams, we can also do that. We will also be creating assignments for our students. We'll be creating notebooks for them. And lastly, embedding applications into the class team. So let's do it. Let's have fun doing our Microsoft Teams. Hello. Earlier today, Mr. Christian walked you through on the different tools and features of Microsoft Teams. How to open Microsoft Teams and how to log in into this application. To have a brief description, a discussion about how are you going to open Microsoft Teams, we have three ways on how to open or access Microsoft Teams. Number one is we can access Microsoft Teams by way of a web application, by way of a browser. You can use Google Chrome, you can use Mozilla Firefox or Internet Explorer. And the next one is we can access Microsoft Teams by way of the application or the desktop application itself. As you can see in my desktop computer, I have here installed a Microsoft Teams application. The third one is we can log into Microsoft Teams by way of our mobile phones. Okay? We can install Microsoft Teams in mobile phones. So there's no problem with devices. If your students will not able to afford or cannot able to afford a laptop, maybe a cell phone can do or a tablet can do. So let's start and open the Microsoft Teams. In my case, I'll be opening Microsoft Teams, the desktop application in my computer. So I already created some of Teams for demonstration, but I'll be walking you through on how to create a team in the Microsoft Teams. So I'll be deleting this one first, and I'll be walking you through on an empty team application without any newly created teams. So we have here the tabs, the icons, we have the activities, the chat. There's one activity. Okay, this one is the chat room. What we're going to have is we'll be navigating or opening these teams here. This one here. So if you have installed and logged in into your Teams account in desktop application, in mobile application, or in any web browser, so just go here in Teams. So as you can see, we have different icons here with different tabs. We have different teams that was created earlier, and we can immediately join these teams. Okay, and aside from that, we can join teams by way of a code or a team code. Later on, I'll be walking you through on how you can generate a code and give this code to students so that if they want to join your team, they just have to input a code in this area of your Teams, Microsoft Teams. So I want you to click on the Microsoft Teams. When you click on the Microsoft team in here, let's create a team, and this one will pop up. It'll give you different types of teams. We have the PLC or Professional Learning Community, for education working group. We can also have for staff, for our non-teaching personnel in our school, or if we do have a clubs in our school, study group, research, okay, or any school activities. You can create a team for your school activities. So what we are after now here is we'll be having this class, since we'll be doing a class in our Teams. So when you click the one, this one will pop up. So take note of the name. So say for example, in my case, in our school, meron kaming 3 sections in grade 9. And those grade 9, meron silang subject na TLE. And the TLE subjects, I am the one handling their TLE subjects for the 3 sections. So I'll be creating one team for the 3 sections, so that when I upload a resources, a library material, I can just send it to the team. And all of the students, all of the members of the team, the grade 9 students, can have access to that one. So, mas madali na, di ba? Napakadali. So, let's try. Take note, paano ba gagawa ng pangalan doon sa team? So, in my case, I'll be creating a team, say for example, 2020 to 2021, that is a school year, grade 9 TLE. You can put description if you want, or the description of the course. Say for example, technology and livelihood education for grade 9. So maybe the course descriptions, you can place it there and proceed to click next. So the team will create a team for you. The Microsoft Teams rather will create a team. So it will pop up another one. So this window is for students. So you can add students here. So pwede kang magdagdag ng, you can add all of your students, or another is you can add teacher if you want. Say for example, you can add your principal so that the principal can have an access to your teams anytime. So let's try to add Gigi. I hope Gigi would come up. Okay. So since wala pa akong list ng students ko, I'll be adding first the faculty members of our school as a student for the team. And Richard. Okay. So maybe that's enough. Later on, I can add another students if I want to. So you just click close. There you have it. Meron ka nang nagawang team. Okay? So we already created one team for grade 9 TLE. The next thing that we're going to do is we'll be creating a channel. How do you create a channel? So just go to the ellipsis here, okay, and add a channel. So what can you do in this ellipsis? You can manage a team if you want. You can add a channel, add a member to the team, leave the team, edit, and so on and so forth. So let's say we want to add a channel. Okay, so that channel in my team, the channels are sections of grade 9. So we have 3 sections of grade 9. The first is, say, grade 9 Krypton. Okay? And you can add description if you want to. And eto. Take note of the privacy here. So you can have a standard wherein lahat ng nasa grupo, nasa loob ng team can have access to the channel. Of course, we're not going to do that. Kasi gagawin natin na dapat ang channel ay private lang doon sa loob ng isang section. Okay, so we'll be selecting private, accessible only to a specific group of people within a team. So, the first section, wala siyang pakialam doon sa second section. Meron lang siyang pakialam doon sa kanyang section. So that's the purpose of this privacy one. So let's click next. There you have it. So you can add, okay, balikan natin yung kanina. Previously, we add students to the channel. On top of the, take note, on top of the channel, meron tayong team, Microsoft Teams. Sa loob ng Microsoft Teams, we have members, we have students. Ang nasa loob dapat ng Microsoft Teams ay ang students ng grade 9. Ang students ng 3 sections ng grade 9. Okay, you get it? So, ulitin ko. On top of the channel, we have the Microsoft Teams. And yung Microsoft Teams, meron siyang members. Ang members nun ay ang lahat ng estudyante ng grade 9. Now, when you create a channel for the first section, for the second section, and for the third section, ang magiging estudyante mo doon sa mga sections na yon are those students na nasa loob ng teams. You cannot add a student inside the channel na wala doon sa loob ng teams. You just have to add first students doon sa teams bago mo siya ma-add doon sa channel. I hope that is clear. So, let's try to demonstrate. Say for example, I'll be adding Adrian. Okay. So take note, Adrian Sanchez is not in my channel. Is not in my team. When I add this one, see? So wala nangyari. So when there is something wrong because the user is not a member of the team. Sino lang ang pwede nating madagdag o mai-add doon sa team? Ay ang member, ay sa channel rather, ay ang member ng team. Previously, we added Gigi and Richard. Okay? So, let's try to add in the first section, in the Krypton, Gigi. Okay? and add Gigi. See, Gigi is already added in the channel, in the first channel, grade 9 channel. Aside from this one, we can also have teachers for our channel. So that any teachers na inilagay mo dito sa loob ng channel na to can have access also to all the things that you are doing inside your channel. He or she can view notebooks. He or she can view the grades because he or she is a teacher. Okay? So example, in this one, we can add teachers or advisor for that class. Okay? So we'll skip that. And maybe we'll do that later on. So I'm good with this one. Take note that Gigi is a student of grade 9. So there you have it. You have created a channel, a private channel exclusively for the grade 9 Krypton. On top of the channel is the Microsoft team, grade 9 TLE team. So we'll be adding another team, another channel rather, this time grade 9 Neon, the next section. You can have your description if you want, and for the privacy, of course, we'll be having it as private. And next. Okay? So we can add teacher to this one, maybe the advisor of the grade 9 Neon if you want, and we can add the students. So say we will be adding no longer Gigi because Gigi is a member of the Krypton but not Neon, so we'll be adding Richard. Okay, we'll be adding Richard, and we'll be skipping this one, add and done. Okay, so if you want to add more, we can add individually, or later on I'll be teaching you on how students can log in or can be a member of the channel or of the group inside the team by way of team code. Okay, so we'll be adding another channel. This time, the last section, which is grade 9 Argon. And description and, okay, private. So we'll be having it as private. There you have it. Okay, another teacher, if you want, the advisor of the Argon, grade 9 Argon. Since I have already added the 2-1, maybe later on I'll be adding students for this one. I'll be skipping this right now. Okay, so there you have it. We have 3 different channels inside the grade 9 TLE teams. Okay, so another is, as you can see, earlier we already added, we just added 2 students. So let's add another one. Okay, let's add as a member for this one. Say I'll be adding Rico. Okay, Padilla. So Padilla will be added, and that's it. I'll be adding Rico Padilla doon sa grade 9 Argon. As you can see, sa Argon wala pang students. So how do you know, or how will you know rather, na wala pang estudyante doon sa channel? So you can navigate on this ellipsis here. When you mouse over, as you can see, when you open this one, you can manage channel. When you click this manage channel, there you have it. You have members. Okay, the owner is you, of course. You will be the teacher, I. Okay, members, I wala. So 0 members, 0 guests. Okay, because we didn't add the students in the Argon when we created the grade 9 Argon channel. So what about the Krypton? Okay, so let's see who are the members of the Krypton. Okay, there is only 1 member, and it is Gigi. Okay, so of course you as a teacher. Of course, if you want to elevate Gigi as an owner, you can click this area here, and make Gigi as the owner. Okay, so magiging pareho na kayo ng level. Of course, Gigi will remain students for now. Let's take a look at Neon, the channel Neon. Okay, so manage, and the member is, as you can see, Richard. So let's try to add doon sa Argon, the channel Argon, a student. Manage students. You can immediately add here, or you can also add dito sa loob ng properties ng Argon channel. So you can click this one to add member. This time I'll be adding Rico. Okay, Rico Padilla will be added as a member of the grade 9 Argon channel. There you have it. We already have 3 channels inside a grade 9 TLE teams. Now let's walk through on the different components, or what can we do to a channel. So as you can see, we have here the general tab of the channel. So what's inside this general tab here? Okay, in this area, in the general tab, whatever you have posted here will be seen or will be accessed by all of the members of the channels, the Argon, the Krypton, and the Neon, because it is the general area. Okay, so as you can see, we have here the chat box. You can immediately send message to all the members by way of this area here in the post tab. So you can format the text, okay, just like what you are doing in Facebook and Messenger. You can attach a file. So if you have a library materials, a PDF file, you can attach and send by way of this one. You can have emojis rather, okay, emoji is a future, okay. So, and we can have Giphy, okay, if you want to add or send a Giphy to the class. You can have a sticker if you want. And what's good about it is that this one is that you can call your students. You can call here, you can meet your students just inside by just navigating onto the general tab area of your team. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so you can add a subject, say first or getting to know meeting. Okay, so you can on your camera if you want, or you can off your camera. Since I'm using the camera right now. Okay, ano nangyari dito? Anyway, so ginagamit kasi ang camera doon sa isang recorder. Okay, so what you can do here is you can instantly meet your students inside the team. Diba? So napakadali. Hindi mo na kailangang pumunta sa kung saan-saan. Hindi mo na kailangang mag-meet per class. So maaari na mas madali na yung ating pagtuturo ngayon. Bakit? You can meet your students all at once. Hey, what's that? I guess in Argon, Rico already accepted the invitation. Okay, we'll be looking at it later on. Okay, so you can meet your students. Also, you can schedule a meeting if you want. Okay, you can schedule your meeting, and in the scheduled meeting, you can add who will be the attendees of your meeting in here. Okay, so when will the meeting be? And of course, you can have the location of the meeting, and you can have the meeting details. Okay, you can schedule it and send. So after scheduling the meeting, you can send. Okay, so every member of the teams will be can receive rather a message. Okay, na meron kayong magaganap na meeting. Okay, so another is what's good thing about this team is that in here, in the ellipsis here, when you navigate on the ellipsis here, you can add a web applications. You can add an application. Say for example, I'll be adding this one. Okay, so I'll be going through, or I'll be copying a link in a YouTube. Say this one.
Writing's not that easy, but
This
Grammarly can
video
help.
here.
This sentence is grammatical, but it's wordy.
Okay, this
Hi
video
everyone,
here,
my name is Ken.
I'll be sending the link of this video doon sa team. So I'll be copying the URL, the address, copy. Okay, you can have Control A if you want, Control C if you want, or just right click and copy the URL. And I'll be searching the URL doon sa, okay, I hope they will search. Okay, what is happening? Okay, let's do it again. Okay, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. Okay, select first YouTube and enter or input here the URL of the YouTube video. It will search for a YouTube video, and then later on, medyo matagal, you can add this one and send this link to your students. So kung merong unable, please retry again. Anyway, so what is happening? Let's try it again. Okay, YouTube, copy and paste, search. Anyway, so ayaw. Okay, so what's good about with this one is you can add an application or a Wikipedia notes or information or a place or a news, so you can send. Okay, so ayaw makipag-cooperate ang ating YouTube. Okay, it is searching again. Okay, it is taking long. Okay, so maybe later in your own computer you can have this one. Okay, it's there already. Nandito na siya. Okay, this one. I'll be adding this one and I'll be sending this to your, okay, to my team rather. Okay, just send. So they can reply immediately. So all of the members of the team can view the message here. Okay, the link that is posted in this area. So napakadali na. Okay, so aside from this post here, meron pa tayong files. So ano naman itong files? When you navigate on this area here, sa files, you can upload electronic materials, ebooks, okay? So PDF files if you have, okay? So just upload here and all of your students will have access to this one, okay? And the next one is we have here the class notebook. So ano naman ang nandito sa class notebook? Later on, we'll be creating a notebook, okay, by way of this OneNote here. Okay, for now, we'll be continuing rather. The next is we have an assignment here. That's one topic that we will discuss later on. Okay, so how to manage an assignment, how to do an assignment, assign an assignment to every member of the team or to a group of students inside a team or in a channel. So another is meron po ditong grades. Okay? Since wala pa naman tayong ginagawang evaluation, wala pa naman tayong ginagawang assignments, seatworks, notebooks, okay? Or any other thing for evaluation and assessment purpose, wala pa yun dito. Okay? So take note, eto pong grades ay baka magtatanong ang iba sa atin, pwede ba ito, how do I call this one? Ang grade ba ito ay nakapattern doon sa DepEd grading sheet? Di ba mayroon tayong grading sheet, yung Excel natin, doon natin lalagay. Mayroong performance task, mayroong written task, mayroong periodical test or quarterly as assessment, di ba? So we have that one. Hindi po siya nakapattern. Okay? So, ang gagawin po natin ay any grades na meron dito, we'll just have to type in and copy this one doon sa ating template. So, hindi po siya nakapattern. Maybe later on, baka gawin ng Microsoft na nakapattern sa DepEd. So, for now, hindi po yan. Another thing that we can do is this one. We can add a tab. Okay? So, say for example, we are going to add an application. Okay? So you'll be searching for, these are applications. You can add Excel, you can add form, stream, or whatever. Okay, you can add. So let's say we'll be adding a site. Where is this one? A website. Okay, so a website, and we'll be doing Kahoot later on. That's why we'll be, okay, I'll be copying first the Kahoot URL. Okay. Kahoot, para hindi ako magkamali, ano ba yung URL ng Kahoot? Okay, kahoot.com. Okay? So, kahoot.com. Okay? So, I'll be adding here the URL, the name of the website, Kahoot, and the URL, I'll be pasting here the URL, kahoot.com. So, I'll be saving here. Okay. So, save. And immediately, Kahoot is there. Sa loob mismo ng team. Di ba? So, hindi mo na kailangan lumabas, pumunta pa ng browser. Okay? Hindi na kailangan lumabas ng bata para pumunta pa ng browser. Nandiyan na siya. Ilagay mo lang siya. Okay? You add here. Okay? So, you also could work, or can work rather, sa Teams na naandyan na yung browser, hindi ka na palipat-lipat. Di ba? So, mas madali na siya. Okay? So, you can add more. You can add Excel. You can add forms and so on. OneNote, PDF. Okay? So, kayo nang bahala dyan. So, kung paano nyo gagawin. So, say for example, you will be adding PowerPoint. Okay? Most probably will be doing PowerPoint presentations in our Microsoft Teams. Okay? So, that's it. Okay? Another. So we are in the general area of the team. Ano naman ang meron doon sa area ng channel? So i-introduce ko na sa inyo yung general area ng team. Let's go to the area or the channel, the inside the channel. What's in it? So ganun din. Say I selected the grade 9 Argon. Ano ang meron doon sa Argon channel? Kagaya nung sa general area ng team, meron din tayong chat box. Okay? Pero the chat box here, this one, is exclusively for the Argon channel. When you send a message here, the Argon students will receive the message. Not the Krypton, not the Neon. Diba? So personalize siya. Okay? You can also call. Okay? So you can also call or meet the Argon or the first section. Okay, the grade 9 Argon. So sila lang ang makakausap mo using this Meet. Okay? They are the only students that will have an access doon sa mga nilagay mo dito. Okay? So, see kung paano ang paggamit or paano gamitin itong Microsoft Teams. Another one is we also have files. Kagaya nung doon sa general area, ang files mo dito can only be accessed by those members of the Argon family. You can also add applications that only Argon students can have access to. Okay? Kung meron kang iba-ibang pinagkukunan ng resources na iba-iba din. Say, of course, iba-iba naman yung ating mga learners. Merong fast learners, merong mga slow learners. So, iba-iba yung ating approach. Maybe medyo mas madali yung mga references na ibibigay mo doon sa isang section. Doon sa iba naman medyo advanced na siya. Okay? So, yun. Okay? Ang pwede mong magawa dito. So, balikan natin yung kanina. Okay? So, tapos na natin ang paggawa, pag-create ng team. Tapos na din natin ang paggawa o nakagawa na rin tayo ng channel inside Teams. Okay? So, maybe we'll pause for a while. Okay? And have a short break, maybe 5 minutes. Kasi baka yung iba sa inyo dyan ay mga inaantok na. Okay? Kasi ang oras ay okay. Baka ang iba sa inyo dyan ay okay. Ha! Anak ko. Baka yung iba, bahala na kayo dyan. Okay? Inaantok na. O yung iba naman ay wala na talaga. Nagriliwoy na. Sain? Ay, gising. Okay? Okay, shout out nga pala sa co-teachers ko dyan sa Bicol Regional Science High School. Hey! Ho! Okay? So, maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Sana, kahit ang oras ay nakakaantok na kagaya nito, ay pinipilit nyo pa rin na makinig at manood sa nakasasawang pagmumukhang ito. Hindi naman. Anyway, so yan ang Microsoft Teams. Okay? So, meron pa tayong pag-usapan, class note, and assignment. Okay? Magkakaroon tayo ng konting game later on. Kung ano yon, tignan natin. Okay po? So, okay, balikan tayo. So, let's continue with the presentation. And the next thing that we're going to have is the class notebook. How do we manage the class notebook? So, inside the general area, I want you all to navigate on the class notebook. Since wala pa naman tayong ginagawang notebook, we'll be setting up notebook using or class notebook using OneNote. Okay? So just set up a notebook if you already have. Pwede naman yon. So since wala pa naman tayo, just set up new notebook. Okay? So kung meron ka ng existing notebook, you just start from that existing notebook. Since wala pa naman tayo, we're going to have a blank notebook. Okay? So eto yon. Ano ang pwede mong gawin? Here's what you will get in the grade 9 TLE notebooks. So you can collaborate. Meron siyang space for collaboration also. So pwede pala yung collaboration sa notebook. Okay? So wherein teacher can edit the content and student can also edit the content. Kaya nga collaboration, di ba? Okay? So both of you can have access to the notebooks. Okay? Pero hindi lahat ng notebooks ay ma-access ng lahat ng estudyante. So ang gagawin natin is we can create a notebook for a specific students. Okay? So meron siyang notebook, sariling notebook. So ito na yung new normal natin ngayon. Kung noon, meron tayong notebook, bumibili sila ng pagka-kapal-kapal na notebook. Yung iba nga, ang kapal-kapal nga, kaya lang, at the end of the school year, wala nga kalahati yung sulat. Okay? So I hope na-encounter nyo yun mga teachers. Diba? So yung iba naman, ang notebooks ay, ewan ko kung ano nangyari. Sa first grading, mayroong notebook. Pag second grading, iba na naman ang notebook. Bakit? Nawala ang notebook. Ay, naku. Nakarelate ka Anyway, so you can also add content, library content doon mismo sa notebook. If you have PDF file na ibinigay sa iyo ng librarian mo na pwede mong gamitin, you can add sa notebook para doon sa notebook ng klase ng individual student. Okay? Student notebooks, a private space for a student wherein ang isang estudyante ay siya lang yung may-ari ng kanyang notebook. Hindi siya pwede ma-access ng ibang estudyante. Okay? So we go next and we have to create notebook. Okay? So dito, you can set up sections of your notebook. Okay? Pwede kang maglagay ng sections. So for example, okay na tayo dyan sa section. Ang notebook, meron tayong handouts, we have class notes, we have homework quizzes. If you want to add, you can add more. Say for example, planning area. Okay? Or planner. Yeah, you can add all. Okay? So kung gusto mo. And create. Okay? You create now a notebook. So, getting your class notebook ready, okay, you will be creating a notebook in a form of a OneNote. Okay? So, itong OneNote na to, noon hindi ko naman to ginagamit. Okay? So, kapag nag-i-install nga ako ng Office application, kasama ito na OneNote. MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, MS Access, meron pang Publisher, meron pang Outlook. Okay? Kasama itong OneNote. Pero, kapag nag-i-install ako, ina-uncheck ko itong OneNote. So ngayon, maganda pala siya. Okay? So napakaganda ng OneNote. Okay? So ano ang meron sa OneNote? So ito na ang ating notes. Okay? Ito na ang ating notebook, class notebook. You can rename the class notebook if you want. Okay? So, parang ano siya, parang office document lang siya. Okay? OneNote. So, meron dyan mga tabs, merong mga icons na pwede mong gawin. So, I want you to navigate in here sa pages. Okay? So, sa notebook natin, ito ang mga pwede nating gawin. Okay? Meron tayong welcome note wherein para ito sa we have a collaboration space and we have content library. Okay? Itong collaboration space para ito sa lahat. Okay? You can collaborate here. Ito naman content library para lang to sa iyo. Okay? Ikaw lang at saka yung estudyante mo can have access to this one. So, let's create a note doon sa estudyante. Okay? So, let's add, right-click in here, sa content library, let's add a section doon sa, or new page. sa library, sa note. Okay, so this one is, oh, what happened? Okay, so untitled. Okay, so pangalan niya is prelim notes. Okay, so meron ka na ngayong notes para sa klase mo. Okay, so wait for saan ba to? Okay, so eto na ang notes. So meron tayong inside the content library, meron tayong welcome, getting started with content library, and we added a new page doon sa loob ng content library. So kagaya ng any notes, pwede ka maglagay ng informations. You can add here video clips. You can collaborate using a text, an audio, or whatever. So say you tap on the prelim notes. Say you want to add a note, just type in there hello everyone. Okay, so you can also add, aside from that, pwede ka maglagay ng picture if you want. You can add a file, you can add a link, you can add an audio, okay, or audio material. So for the picture, say I'll be adding a picture from file. Okay, choose a file. I'll be adding this one. Open and insert. Okay, the file is inserted. So you can have, what can you say about this this picture. Okay? Oh, anong ginagawa mo dyan, Duterte? Okay, so meron ka na ngayong content doon sa notebook. So ano ba pwede mong gawin? You can insert a link, a YouTube link if you want. You can insert emoji or math equation. Okay, so pwede yun. So you can have, say for example, solve for this one. Okay, you can insert all of this. Kung mathematics teacher ka, you can insert here. Pwede ka maglagay ng assignment sa notebook and ibigay mo or i-populate mo sa sa estudyante, and there you have it in a form of an assignment sa loob ng notebook. Okay, so we've done creating a notebook inside the content library. Take note, ito pong content library ay ikaw lang ang merong access niyan since you are the owner. And dito naman sa collaboration space, you and the students can have access to the collaboration space. So let's try to create new page or section for the collaboration space. Okay, so say this one is information for the entire class, and you type on a random text there. Okay, so there you have it. Meron ka ng notebook para sa klase mo. So ito po, teachers, na nakikita dito sa loob ng collaboration space, students can have access to this one. Okay? So, pero ang nasa loob ng library content, ikaw lang yung may access niyan. Okay? So when the students logged into their account, they can see this information here, information for the entire class. So, pwede din sila mag-reply dito, pwede din sila magsulat. Okay? Sa notebook na yan. Okay? So, okay, let's proceed. What I'm going to do is I'll be creating new content inside the content library. New section or, okay, new page. Okay. So say this will be for grade 9. Okay. Say this for grade 9 Aragon, and I'll be adding or inserting a content here or a image profile from the internet. Say this is all about airplane, and this one insert. Okay. So I'll be giving notes such as travel, summer travel. Okay, so I already have notebooks, 2 pages sa loob ng content library. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I will be distributing this page, this notebook, to a specific student, maybe to a group of students in my class team. So ano na ang gagawin ko? I'll be going through the class notebook here, as you can see. So inside the class notebook, ano ang pwede mong gawin? Okay, as you can see, we have here, you have a choice kung ano gagawin mo sa kanya. You can distribute a page, distribute a section, copy a content library, or review student work. Okay, so in here, say you can distribute the student, or you can distribute a page to a single student, to individual distribution. You can have individual distribution, or a group distribution, or a cross notebook distribution. So sa lahat ng notebook ng estudyante, or you can delete a page. Say another is you can also distribute a section to a individual specific student or a section group. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'll be distributing this page, distribute a page to someone else. Okay, so I'll be distributing a page. When this one pops up, maghintay lang tayo ng konti because it's online. Okay, so I'll be distributing a class notebook. No, maybe mali. Okay, so I'll be distributing the individual distribution. Okay, so tama ba? Okay, okay, so I can distribute the page kay Gigi. Okay, I can distribute this one, the page, to Gigi, and Gigi can have access to this page. Okay, ano ang i-distribute ko? Class notes. Okay, okay, sa account ng estudyante, mayroon na siyang notebook. Okay, so ano pa pwede mong gawin dito? Okay, you can distribute a section, you can copy a content library, and you can review your student work. Kung meron kang assignment na ginawa doon sa notebook ng estudyante, you have assigned a task to a student, you can review and visit the notebook of your students. Okay, and aside from that, you can, I guess, you can also put grades. Okay, you can check the notebooks of your students direct mismo dito sa class notebooks. Okay, so that's for the class notebooks. Ang dami pa pang pwedeng gawin dito sa class notebooks. Since I guess we're running out of time, we'll be proceeding with the next one. For the class notebook, marami pong video tutorial for the class notebook. Okay? So, pwede kayong mag-search sa Microsoft.com or sa YouTube how to create or to manage a class notebook in Microsoft Teams. Okay, so that's all for the class notebooks. Okay, another thing is assignment. Okay, so what can you do inside the assignment? Okay, so when you navigate on the assignment tab here, you can create an assignment or a quiz, manage timeline, add grading, rubrics, and more. Okay, let's get started and let us create an assignment. Okay, you can create an assignment or a quiz, or you can have create an assignment from the existing one. Kung meron ka na mga ginawang assignment noon, so ito yung mas madali. Diba? So kung doon sa previous school year meron ka ng assignment na ginawa, you can just get this back or get back the assignment from existing assignment. So for now, we're going to have an assignment. Okay, so pagpasensya nyo na, medyo mabagal. Okay, so you'll be asked to input something. So ano ba yung title na magiging assignment natin? So all about, sabihin natin, circuit. Okay, so you can have an instruction kung anong gusto mong gawin. Okay, so ano ba yung instruction mo? Pwede ka maglagay dyan ng link. Okay, pwede ka maglagay ng site. Okay, pwede ka maglagay ng resource, library resources doon sa assignment mo. Okay, and aside from that, pwede ka rin, another is the points. So ilang points ba ang pwede mong, ilang points ba ang assignment na yon sa estudyante. And aside from that, you have here the rubrics. Okay? So pwede ka maglagay ng rubrics. Okay? So since no rubrics is available, pwede kang gumawa ng bagong rubrics dito. So pwede mo lagyan ng pangalan at saka distribution ng rubrics at saka yung points. And so eto, so pwede ka maglagay dito ng description sa mga rubrics. So meron ka ditong excellent, good, fair, and poor. Ano ba yung criteria mo dito? Sabihin natin complete and on time and so on. Okay? Pagdating naman dito ay incomplete. Okay? Incomplete and late submission. Okay? You can add another descriptions here if you want, and you can also add kung halimbawa hindi sa'yo, kulang sa'yo ang excellent, good, fair, and poor, meron ka pa gustong idagdag, you just add here a new category. Okay? Just add here a new category. And there you have it. Meron ka ng rubrics kung paano. So, alam naman natin kung paano gawin ito. We are all teachers. Kung ano yung purpose ng rubrics. Okay? So, para malalaman. So, my suggestion is I want you teachers to always put something doon sa description ng rubric kasi nakikita ito ng bata doon sa kanilang assignment para at least alam nila yung ating criteria kung paano natin sila bibigyan ng grades. Okay? So malalaman nila yon. So kung gusto maglagay ng points, pwede mo lagyan dyan, and kanino mo i-assign ang assignment. Okay? You can assign assignment doon sa kanino? Sa lahat ba? Okay? O sa iilang estudyante lang. You can assign assignment to a certain group of students. Okay? Kay Richard lang ba? Kay Gigi? O kay Rico? Okay? And also, you can have the due dates. At saka kung anong oras mag-due ang assignment ninyo. Okay? You can edit the due date here. Okay? So, I want you teachers to navigate on the edit. So, tignan natin kung ano yung edit. Meron tayo dito, edit assignment timeline. We have a schedule to assign in the future. Kailan? Yung final submission, yung date. Okay? Okay. Meron din tayo yung due date. Meron din tayong close date. So, kung medyo mabait ka naman, halimbawa, ang due date mo ay uh, say for example, ang due date mo ay 11. Okay? Tapos 11:59 PM. Pero medyo mabait ka, meron kang close date. Okay? So due date mo ay 11, pero meron kang another one day para mag-submit sila. Okay? Ang due date mo 11, pero they can still submit beyond July 11 hanggang July 12, 11:59 PM only. Okay? Mabait si teacher eh. Kaya magbibigay siya ng kaunting palugat, pagitan doon sa due date. Pero, late na yon. Okay? So, pag nag-submit siya before July 11, before 11:59 PM, that is on time. Okay? Nasa loob pa siya ng submission time. Pero, pwede pa siya mag-submit hanggang July 12, 11:59 PM. Kaya nga lang, medyo late na yon. Okay? Pero pag wala kang nilagay dito na close date, okay, wala kang close date, they can never submit after July 11. Okay, see? So, ang due date mo, July 11, ang close date din niya ay July 11. So, beyond July 11, 11:59 PM, they can no longer submit. Pero kung medyo mabait ka, you can extend the submission beyond July 11. Okay pa? So, that's how you put what's this? Due date on the assignment. Okay, so halimbawa, yung assignment natin, ito, all about circuits. Okay, assignment, binigay natin kay Richard Domanico. Okay, and we can save for the future. Kung halimbawa gusto mong, pwede naman yun. Kasi dito sa assignment, guys, teachers, etong assignment, you can, say for example, mawawala ka ng isang linggo. Hindi mo mamimit yung estudyante mo sa loob ng isang linggo. Pwede ka mag-schedule ng assignment. Say for example, ngayon ay Huwebes, tapos magbibigay ka ng assignment sa Lunes. Kaya nga lang, you cannot meet your student online because of some circumstances. Meron kang gagawin, meron kang pupuntahan. You can schedule an assignment. Pwede mo i-schedule ang assignment na pagdating ng Monday, that is 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pagdating ng July 13, okay? Pagdating ng July 13, magpa-pop up or magpa-populate yung assignment mo at marireceive ng estudyante yung assignment on that day. Kahit wala ka, you are not doing anything. You can schedule an assignment. Okay? So, yun ang maganda sa team, sa Microsoft Team. You can schedule an assignment. You can schedule a quiz, a task, in a future date, in a later date. Okay? Kahit wala kang access sa internet, okay, magba-brown out ng ilang linggo sa amin, pero gusto ko may ginagawa yung mga estudyante ko, okay, schedule ko ang assignment sa July 13, alas 2 ng hapon. Okay? So, magpa-pop up yung assignment nila during that time, or on that time rather. Okay? So, for now, I'll be assigning this assignment to Richard. Okay? So, ito ang upcoming assignment. That is the drop, due, kailan ang due, tomorrow, or whatever. So, wala man kasi akong ginawa na due. So, automatically the due is tomorrow. And it is graded, not yet graded. Okay, so create an assignment. So, yan ang upcoming assignment. Okay? Okay, so you have here now the assignment assigned to Richard or to a single student. So, kung gusto mo makita yung assignment, kung ginagawa ba ng estudyante ang assignment o nakapag-submit na ba siya o hindi, okay, in the assignment area, okay, so you click on this area here, tuned in. So, ito yung details ng assignment. Okay? So Richard Domanico, ano ang ginawa niya? Wala pa siyang ginawa. Hindi pa siya nag-tuned in sa assignment. Hindi pa niya nababasa. So, once si Richard ay nagbasa na siya, meron ng status dito. Okay? O kung nakapag-submit na siya ng assignment, meron na ding status yan dito na part na to. Okay? And say for example, nakapag-submit na siya, you can immediately check the assignment of Richard and you can have feedback. You can give feedback to the assignment in a form of this one. Okay? So yan ang kagandahan ng Microsoft Teams in terms of assignment. Okay? You can individually check. Okay? So kung halimbawa, dito, let's try to take a look at this. Okay. So dito, ano nangyari? No files attached. Si Richard Domanico, student work, no tuned in. View history. Pwede mo makita yung history. Ano ginawa ni Richard Domanico dun sa kanyang wala pa siyang ginagawa. See? Okay, so you just assign. Pero kung meron nang ginawa si Richard, binasa na ba niya? Binuksan na ba niya? So meron na siya ditong history sa part na to. Or kung nag-tune in na ba si Richard, nag-submit na ba siya ng assignment. So kung medyo kulang yung assignment, so for example, andito na yung sinubmit ni Richard, tapos kulang siya, you can enter or you can send up feedback to Richard. Say, please visit it again. Baka hindi nakuha ni Richard kung ano yung anong ginagawa mo dyan. Kung baka hindi natapos ni Richard, nag-submit na siya ng incomplete and you can return. Okay? So that's one good thing about assignment in Microsoft Teams. Okay? So the next one is we have here grades. Okay? So grades. Sa grades, wala pa tayong grades because wala pa naman tayong binibigay na grades. So meron na ditong, eto, since naglagay na tayo ng assignment kay Richard, as you can see, so si Gigi, wala po siyang assignment. Si Rico, wala po siyang assignment. I only assigned the assignment to Richard. So kung meron na kung nag-check na ako ng assignment kay Richard, yung grade niya ay pupunta dito sa area na to. See? So meron lang akong isang task. Kung meron ka several tasks, meron ka pa ditong seat work, meron ka pa ditong notebooks, tapos na-check mo siya, lalabas yan dito lahat. Okay po, teachers? So, napakaganda ng Microsoft Teams kung gagamitin natin ito. So, take note, this is online. So, ang isa sa limitation ng Microsoft Teams, alam mo naman natin, is the internet connectivity. Okay? So, medyo yun ang makakapag-hinder sa atin. Okay? Makakapagpigil na gamitin ito. So, it requires an internet connection. So, you as a teacher should have access to the internet, so with your students, because this is all online. Okay? So, another thing that we're going to talk about is dito. So, sabi ko sa inyo kanina, sa Microsoft Teams, you can chat or you can collaborate with your students in a group. Pero if you want to message your student, individual message, doon na papasok yung chat. Okay? So dito sa chat area, ito yung private chat and private calling. Okay? So you can chat your students here using the chat here. Since wala pa naman akong contact, wala pa naman ako so pwede ka mag-chat dito. Kung meron ka ng contacts ng estudyante, pwede mo siya ma-chat dito individually. Okay? So pero kung groups, dun tayo sa Teams. Aside from this one, we have, okay, in here, we have an assignment tab. So all the assignments that you have had created ay pupunta dito. Makikita mo siya dito. So, assignment na ginawa ko doon sa TLE Grade 9. Okay, we're still setting up your class. Okay, so nag-set up pa siya yung class. So, makikita mo siya dito. We also have calendars. Okay? If you want to schedule something, you have your calendars, o meron kang scheduled meeting, you assign here, or you set up your calendar here, and you schedule the meeting para mag-pop up, ano na lang siya, mag-remind na lang sa inyo. And we also have your calls. Okay, so I guess that's all for Microsoft Teams. And for any information about Microsoft Teams, you can log on to www.microsoft.com or office.com, or there are a lot of YouTube channels and videos about Microsoft Teams. Okay, so that's all for now, and good luck and happy Microsoft Teams. Okay, shout out sa lahat ng mga teachers na still listening. Okay, from teachers saan? Sa District 1, District 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Meron ba tayong 10? District 10? Okay, anyway. By the way, ano daw ang tawag sa singkit na maputi? Ano daw? Sabi? Chinito. Si Sir, wala. Anyway, ano daw ang tawag naman sa singkit na maitim? Ano daw? Prinito. Grabe ka naman ngayon, Sir. Hindi, mali. Not prinito. Totong. Anyway, okay, so I hope you learned something from this video or from this lesson. For more information, kung meron kayong tanong, you can drop your question in my, okay? You can drop your question sa aking email account. Okay? So thank you very much, and here is your, ano ba tawag sa akin? This is Joseph Morco from Bicol Regional Science High School, now signing off. Okay, so magtatanggap po ako ng questions for the Q&A portion. So magla-live po tayo. Okay? So for my task today, the task is simply lang ang aking task. Okay, I'll be projecting here later on yung task. Or maybe doon sa isang computer. The task is, I want you to create a Microsoft team for your school. Okay, ang task ko ngayon ay hindi po siya individual. Ito po ay school task. So every school, elementary and secondary, should create a team. Okay? Every school should create a team with the help of your, I guess, ICT coordinator, and add your co-teachers in that team. Create a channel, maybe departments, science department, math department, AP department, non-teaching personnel. So one Microsoft team, different channels, composed of different departments. Okay? So paano ko naman malalaman na kayo ay gumawa na? You send me, okay? Or you give me the code or the team code via Messenger o via Facebook. Mamaya tingnan natin kung paano gawin natin yun. Okay, but anyway, nakalimutan ko pala. Hindi ko pala sa inyo naituro kung paano gumawa or paano magbigay ng team code. Okay, let's balikan natin. Rewind. Ay, naku si Sir. Okay, balikan natin sa team. Okay, say for example, ito, ang aking team. Okay, I guess you are still with me. Okay, doon sa management ng team, okay, take note. Team, manage. Okay? Click on ellipsis here. Team or manage team. And go to setting. Okay? Settings. Doon sa setting, you have there the different settings na pwede nyong i-explore. Kayo na bahala dyan. Madali na lang yan. Permission, guest permission. And here, we have here the team code. Please generate the team code here. Ito po ang ibibigay ninyo sa estudyante. Okay? So, sabi ko sa inyo kanina, hindi nyo kailangan mag-encode individually ng lahat ng members ng grade 9 or ng klase ninyo. Okay? Huwag nyo pahirapan ang sarili nyo. Ngayon, ang gagawin nyo, mag-generate kayo ng team code. Yung team code na yon, yun ang ibigay nyo sa mga estudyante ninyo. At saka gagawin nila yon, yun ang kanilang i-input doon sa, di ba? During the first part ng video na to, ng tutorial na to, ay ng lesson rather na to ay meron kayong doon join the team or use a team code. Diba? So yon. So ito ang team code na ibibigay ninyo para makapag-join yung estudyante. Ito rin na team code na to ang ibibigay nyo sa akin para ako maka-join doon sa team na ginawa ninyo sa inyong school. Okay po? So kapag naka-join na ako doon, huwag nyo naman akong pagbabawalan. So, kailangan, anyone na mag-join sa team, as you can see, meron tayo dito, aside from the setting, channels, analytics, and apps, meron tayo ditong pending request. Okay? So, dito sa pending request, kapag nag-join sila using the team code, lalabas yun dito. Okay? Using the team code, lalabas yun dito na estudyante or individual na gusto mag-join. So kapag nakagawa na kayo ng team, invite nyo yung mga faculty ninyo or invite nyo din yung lahat ng staff as member of the team, as well as pwede rin nyo na ako i-invite. Okay? Direkta. So, gamitin nyo ang aking account, Joseph. Yung email ko, joseph.morco. Yung kanina doon sa thank you message sa screen, joseph.morco.deped.gov.ph. Ulitin ko, joseph.morco@deped.gov.ph. You can invite me. Okay? Directly gamit ang email na yon. Or if not, pwede nyo akong bigyan ng team code galing dito sa na-generate nyong team code. Ibibigay nyo sa akin so that I can join your team. Pero kapag nag-join na ako, tignan nyo dito sa pending request, baka ako I am joining pero hindi nyo naman ako ina-approve. Okay? So dito sa request, i-approve nyo ako. So pag na-approve nyo na ako, makikita ko na doon. So pag na-approve nyo ako, pwede nyo ako gawing owner para at least makita ko. Okay? So, yon ang challenge. Anong gagawin? So, dito sa sa MS Teams, ang task natin ay every school should create a team. Sino ang members ng team? Ang teachers and the staff ng school. At ako lang. So, every school, kasama ako. Okay? Aside from that, paano ako ma-invite? You can invite me. You can search on my email address, joseph.morco@deped.gov.ph, or you can send me a team code. Kapag nakapag-send na kayo ng team code, hintayin nyo lang yung na ako mag-join and i-approve nyo ako sa request. So kapag ako na ay member ng inyong team, please gawin nyo akong owner para makita ko yung mga ginawa ninyo doon. Okay? So, pag nakita ko na siya, okay, check na yan. Okay? So, approve na yan. Tapos na ang inyong task. Okay po? So, thank you very much. And I hope you learn something from this video or from this lesson. Happy Microsoft Teams. Okay? Kahit ang iba sa atin ay inaantok na. Okay, thank you very much and have a nice day.